What's going down, scholars? It's your man, K.D. Wilson, student success and empowerment speaker. I have a message for you as you all are starting back into school this semester, this fall. I want you to know you have an opportunity to do something that you've never done before. Do you know what that is? It's to truly and authentically be in pursuit of the best version of yourself. That sounds like a lot, I know, but let me repeat it for you. I want you to be in hot pursuit of the best version of yourself, starting right now. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. It says, "Be you, they'll adjust." It says, "Be you, they'll adjust." What do I mean by that? I mean that sometimes, you all, we find ourselves trying to be something for somebody else because their expectations and assumptions about us matter more than what we believe about our own selves. That shouldn't be. If we put more value on what somebody else says about us, then we value their opinion more than what we believe about ourselves. That, my friends, will get you in trouble. Here's why I share that with you. When I was in high school, my senior counselor pulled me into the office. He said, "Kenneth, you're a nice young man. Everybody likes you. You have great attendance, but your grades aren't very good." And they weren't. He said, "I don't think you're college material. I don't think you'll make it." He said, "You know what? I think you should learn a trade or maybe go to the military, do something else, but college, man, it ain't for you. Don't do it. Don't even try." And you know what? Some of you might be able to relate with what I'm going to share with you right now because I'm being transparent and honest. What that man didn't know is that I grew up in a turbulent household where I watched my parents fight all the time. I grew up in an environment where my father unfortunately battled with substance abuse. I grew up in an environment where as soon as I got to school, the bullying started. When I got home, I tried to keep it quiet to keep the issues off my mom's shoulders because she was already working 3 jobs just to make ends meet. That man didn't know what I was going through outside of school, and he attempted to label me based off of what he saw in a manila envelope. But I made a decision, you all, and I want you all to understand you have the power to speak life into yourself, even when other people try to tear you down. Because when he told me that, I walked out of his office, I stood in the hallway, I said, "KD, you got a choice to make, dude. What are you gonna do? Are you going to listen to what he has to say about you and allow that to become your truth because you accept it? Or are you going to be the author of your own story?" Well, I will tell you this. I graduated undergrad from North Carolina A&T State University in Greensboro, North Carolina, with honors. I went on to get my master's degree from Duke University with honors. And I'm going to get my PhD soon. And I guarantee you when I graduate, it will be with honors. Now, that's not to showboat my accomplishments. It's to say that you have the power to do the same thing that I did, if not more, because life is going to come for you, you all. I want you to understand that. For whatever reason, life does not care about our own personal circumstances. Life doesn't care that we have family members that might be ill and not well. Life doesn't really care about mental health challenges and issues that we all battle with all the time. Life doesn't care about different matters within society that we're still battling right now with fairness and justice. Life doesn't care. But you should. You have to. Because nobody can live your life for you, not the way that you can. And listen to me carefully. If you don't decide right now who and what you aspire to be in life, something or someone will attempt to do it for you. Don't you let them. Don't you let them. And I want you to hear my heart when I say this. sometimes it's even the people that are closest to us, maybe even family, because of their past failures, because of things they tried and weren't successful in. They don't want us to feel the pain of that burden. So they tell us, you know what, don't even try. I would challenge you, whatever you're after in life, go after it. Go after it. I don't want you to be motivated. I want you to be driven. Because someone that is driven understands, number one, they have purpose in life, and you absolutely do. You were not born a mistake. Stop acting like it. Some of you are phenomenal scholars, but you play games. You walk into class because you know that you can do just enough to get by, but you know you're not giving it your best. Why? Are you afraid to be called the smart kid in class? Are you afraid that maybe if you try too hard that you won't be able to maintain that level of success when things get tough? That's a part of life. Let me tell you something, y'all. If you're not failing at something, you're not trying anything new. If you're only doing the same thing over and over again, you're never getting better. You cannot grow doing the same thing. I need you to stretch this semester, y'all. I need you to push. I need you to dig. I need you to understand that you are an endangered species. KD, what do you mean by that? When you talk about the Bengal tiger, when you talk about different animals throughout time, they say they're an endangered species. What does that mean? That means there's very few of them. And if we don't take care of them, when they're gone forever. You are an endangered species, but there's only one, and that's you. I need you to live like it starting right now. Because some of y'all have been playing games. Some of y'all have been trying to blend in with crowds you have no business trying to blend in with. Some of y'all have been hanging around different people in certain environments you have no business being there. That's not you. But you think that's the right thing to do because it makes you feel a certain way. It makes you look a certain way. But let me tell you something. Be you and let them adjust. I stopped trying to fit into every single place I went into. And some of you may feel like you don't fit in at school, but let me tell you something else. Just because you don't feel like you fit in, it doesn't mean you don't belong. You see, when I went to A&T, it's a historically black college. So when I got there, I'm like, okay, well, I suppose I fit in because most people kind of look like, walk like, talk like me. But man, our personalities were very, very different. So I didn't feel like I what? Fit in. And I wanted to leave. So much so that I wrote up my information. I said, you know what? I'm withdrawing. I'm going somewhere else. And I remember taking my notice of withdrawal into the counselor's office for an exit interview. And I ran into a phenomenal lady named Mrs. Harris. And I said, Mrs. Harris, here's this piece of paper. Please sign this so I can leave and go somewhere else where I fit in. She said, young man, sit down. She said, you are special. She said, you are brighter than the sun. She said, boy, you are worth it. Don't you quit on me. I said, I'm not quitting. I just don't fit in here. I don't belong here. She said, what do you mean you don't belong? I said, I just don't fit in with everybody else here. She said, I want you to go out and become the change that you want to see. She said, leave and come back in 2 weeks. And if you still don't like it, I'll sign your papers. A week later, I came back. Sign these papers. I'm ready to go. I'm about to get out of here, right? She said, young man, sit down. I said, oh, here we go again. I know already. I'm special. I'm worth it. Yada, yada, yada. She said, yes, don't you quit on me. Go back out and come back in 2 more weeks. I did that over and over again until it was my senior year. And I realized I was graduating with honors in a school that I had absolutely learned to love and appreciate. And when I got to Duke University, a place where I truly kind of didn't fit in, I knew in my heart of hearts that I was representing something more than myself. Some of you are representing something more than yourself. You will be the first one to go to college in your family. You'll be the first one to write a book in your family. You'll be the first one to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be a teacher, to be a first responder, to be a pediatrician. You'll be the first one to have multiple houses, the first one to do something, you all. But I need you to grind right now. I need you to see the power and the potential in your soul every single day you come into class, virtual or in person. I need you to lock it in. I need you to see what you're capable of doing. And you will only find out that truth when you push it to the limit. Can you be not perfect, but excellent in everything that you do? You see, some of you are perfectionists, and if it doesn't work perfectly, you don't want to do it at all. You want to quit. Stop doing that. Perfection is excused, but excellence is demanded. You're the only one like you, y'all, that we have in the entire world. I need you to be excellent every single day. And excellence simply means that even with my faults and failures, because I'm not perfect and neither are you, even in the times when I try really hard and I fall short of my goals, even in the times when I try really hard and I get it right every single time, I put my best forward. And I knew who I was in the process. Can you be you unapologetically, without making excuses or room for anybody else to tell you what you can and cannot be? Are you willing to be your true self while going after your dreams with everything that you got? And maybe some of you are in a place where you stop dreaming because you come from an environment, you all, where things are so tough that dreams just get pushed under the rug. It seems like every time you try to take a step forward, something's pulling you 5 steps back. Man, I understand. But let me tell you something. If you aren't willing to go the extra mile, you didn't want it bad enough. And I love you enough to be honest with you. Nothing's gonna come easily, but when it comes, y'all, you earn it. And when you earn it, nobody can take it from you. Nobody. So when you absolutely crush this semester, because you will, nobody can take that diploma for you. And nobody can take it from you. When you go on to college and you dominate your entire college experience, nobody can accept that for you and nobody can take it from you. And when you go on to be a leader for others, when people look at you and they say, man, look at her, look at him, they are the standard. Not because they're arrogant, not because they're cocky or prideful, but because they had faith, they had confidence, and they used the resources like the TRIO program and so many others that they had around. They were smart, y'all. It would be silly for me to try to jump from the ground to a high place if there's stairs right next to me. Use your resources. Use the tools and utilize, don't use, but utilize the help that you have from those around you, your counselors, your directors, your advisors. But in the meantime, regardless of who you have and who you don't have in your life, you got to go get it. This is the hunting season, y'all. We are lions. You might be laughing, but let me tell you something. A lion is smaller than a giraffe. It's smaller than a rhino. It's smaller than a buffalo. It doesn't jump into the water and fight crocodiles. It's smaller than an elephant. But guess what? When a lion or a lioness, ladies, shows up, every single thing runs. Everything, they run. Do you know why? It's not because the lion has sharp claws. It's not because the lion has sharp teeth. It's not because the lion's just fast and powerful, though it is. The lion's not the smartest. It's not the biggest. It's not the baddest. It's not the fastest. The cheetah is, right? But there's something about the lion and the lioness that makes it what it is. It's what it believes in its heart and in its mind. The lion is what it is because it believes it is what it is. So much so, check this out, y'all. So much so that everything else has to do what? Adjust. Their own self-beliefs based on what the lion says about itself. The lion sleeps comfortably at night, but when the lion wakes up in the morning, everything in its area knows if it doesn't get up and get running, it's gonna be lunch. It's going to be breakfast. It's going to be dinner. The lion is what you call an apex predator. That means that when it wakes up, nothing is coming to hunt the lions. The lion is on the prowl. The lion is in the bushes, looking and seeking out for that thing that it sees that it wants. I need you to find your target this semester. For some of you, that's going to be your class. For some of you, it's going to be personal development, being more social, right? For some of you, it might be self-care, taking better care of yourself because you're so cool with everybody else, but you let yourself go. For some of you, it's going to be taking care of your mental health and making sure that you're doing everything you need to keep yourself balanced and relaxed and calm. But whatever that thing is, it is time to get on the hunt because time waits for nobody, y'all. And tomorrow's not promised. So if we don't know when time is going to stop for us all, we would be foolish not to use what we have today. I need you to lock it in. I need you to go for it. And when you see that thing, do not stop until it's yours. I believe in you. The question is, do you believe in yourself? You got people that are backing you to the ends of the earth and back. You got people in your corner. You got people on your side. It's time to go get it. That's your man, KD Wilson here. Let's hunt. I'll see you at the top.